What's going on, NavalX community? So here we are again, another webcast because this is our new normal. Today I've actually got John Hawley. What's up going on, John?
Hey, how are you?
Doing well. Yourself?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. So tell us where you're at.
So I am a few weeks out of getting out of the Navy. I'm, keeping hopes up and helping out as many people as possible. I'm doing well on this end.
All right, so what'd you do in the Navy, John?
So the Illuminate Thinkshops are, I don't know if you'd call it my baby, shared baby, over the last few years of service, creating design thinking, human-centered design, anywhere from like team building to strategy sessions across the Navy and DoD is what I spent all my time on.
Ram. So how'd you go from like being a sailor to kind of a facilitator?
Sure, yeah. So prior to that, I was a SWO nuke, surface warfare officer on an aircraft carrier, and was going to get out of the Navy. In fact,
Okay.
papers in, everything done, almost irreversible. And I almost went to 20 different classes on strategic thinking, critical thinking. I mean, I even went to Microsoft Word class. I went to everything I could get my hands on. And all told, just to get to Google. I really wanted to go work at Google.
Cool.
And so I'm trying to build my resume. And then I get appendicitis, and I show up to work the next day like an idiot. And my boss, awesome guy, never seen him upset ever, like kicks me out. And he's like, don't come back, 2 weeks. I don't care what you do, but you're not coming in here. And during the 2 weeks, like anybody else, I got bored. I took all of the like golden nuggets of all of those courses, literally almost 24 courses, and realized, you go to an 8-hour course and you get this one golden nugget and then the rest is fluff. And I was like, is there a way that you can have a class, you light somebody's brain on fire the entire time, they're excited, they learn these tools throughout, they have a good time, and there's a really good outcome? How do you piece them together? So I got together with Rich Walsh, and we took his specialty and mine, and we like combined them into a first done on our part 3-day course that on the third day, I'll fast forward the story, on the third day, Vice Admiral Breckenridge at the time showed up and just asked us if we wanted to join his team. And, fast forward from that, the irreversible can't get out, getting out of the Navy type of thing for me was no longer are you not getting out of the Navy, you now work for me, from the 3-star. And then the time, trust, and top cover from him, the limited objective experiment that we couldn't have done without Sean Heritage, all came together so that we could iterate, time after time again. And like I said yesterday, actually, we probably ended up doing, I don't know, almost 4 months of 2 courses, 2.5-day courses a week.
Wow.
For months.
That's a lot.
Iterated it, got the feedback, tried, went from 3 days to 2 days, went from 2 days to a day and a half, tried to figure out all of that stuff in between.
Wow. That's quite the journey. It's different from I'm going to go work for Google to
Yes.
Now you're a full-time facilitator like every day.
Yeah. It was amazing. I mean, because at first you look at that and you go, it's only going to be 6 months. I think my first extension was 6 months. And they literally said, either prove that this works and is wanted, or you're out. And I was like, well, I was already planning on getting out of the Navy anyways. So,
Win-win.
I got extended 3 times, worked for two different 3-stars, and then ended up working for Hondo Gertz. So it was amazing. It was awesome.
That's excellent. So that last piece, you ended up working for Hondo Gertz. So tell us a little bit about how what you kind of created has kind of become the base curriculum for the Warfighter Centered Design Course inside the CAW, the Centers for Adaptive Warfighting.
Sure. So over the years, I would say Illuminate Thinkshops and chapter courses have done over 300 and some odd courses, over 12,000 people. And I ran into Brandon Smart, went to go see him, he's already fantastic. I mean, you not saying anything you don't already know.
He is definitely.
And went down and gave a Educate the Educator course with him. Basically provided the Illuminate Thinkshop at the time, you know, always iterating and
Sure.
whatnot. So at the time, that's the course that we gave. And then at the very end of the day, took his facilitators and very rapidly, trial by fire, said, you're doing this module, you're doing that module. This is how we transition between each other in order to be able to give a successful course.
Wow.
And the very next day, they gave the course. And then from there, I worked with him a whole bunch to make sure that they understood not only the type of module to do, but why you do them, you know, pain points that you could have along the way so they wouldn't have to make the same mistakes that I did. And then he took it and ran with it.
That's awesome. And that's what's really great about this kind of shift that's happening inside the Navy and Marine Corps, is that people are excited and willing to just make a change and take something from nothing and be like, all right, I got this base idea from John Hawley and this Illuminate Thinkshops, and now we're going to turn it into something similar but for a completely different track to try and educate Marines on this kind of stuff. I'll give you a webcast high five. Oh yeah, that was awesome. Hey, thanks, John, for joining us. We really appreciate you having you on.
Hey, I really appreciate you having me. Thank you very much.
All right, we'll see you. Have a great one. See you guys.
You too.
Oh, perfect. That was awesome.